This conference will now be recorded.
Well, there we go. Just got that announcement. We'll start the meeting. I'll just start with a brief update on where we are with COVID. We've reached our peak surge, it seems, in the middle part of August. Tradition Hospital had a high of 92 COVID patients on August 20th and had an average daily census of 74 COVID patients for the month of August. Combined, at our highest point, we had 213 COVID patients at Martin North and at Tradition. And we averaged 166 patients for the month of August. By comparison, to give you a point of reference, the previous high during either of the two previous surges was a little over 100 patients, 114 during a surge in January of this year. And so we're still well above that number. We're at 122 today. But our numbers are starting to stabilize. There has been a significant strain on our staff, and I know that's true of St. Lucie Medical Center and Longwood and our colleagues there. Staffing has been a challenge for all of us. Just about every hospital in the United States is facing those challenges. We've reassigned a lot of nurses and folks that were not working in the hospital setting to work in the hospital. We've stopped providing elective surgeries that require a hospital stay that could be postponed, and that started in early August. We're starting to slowly try to resume doing some of those elective cases. If you're that patient that's waiting for elective open heart surgery, I've been there. You're not, in your mind, it may not be that elective. So and we all understand that, but we are encouraged by the recent reduction in hospitalizations. But the numbers, as I said, are still high, and it's a reminder we're not through this surge yet. We've seen a bump up today, which I think may be a bit of an echo from the holiday weekend that passed last week. So I would encourage us all to continue to take preventative measures. You know what those are, and I won't go through all of that. Next, I think Mr. Tipton has an update for us on the monoclonal antibody treatments and the Defense Center. Howard, are you on?
Unfortunately, Howard might still be in the BOCC workshop, so we can go ahead and put him at the end of the agenda if he's able to join us.
That would be great. And
Mr. Lord, this is Sean Mitchell. I'm going to go check for you.
Okay, Sean. While we're doing that, Russ, are you? I think I see you there. The pictures are awfully small. My eyes are getting weak, but I think that's you there, Russ. Can you tell us about the impact of the state grant?
Yes, Rob, thank you, and I certainly will. One of the most difficult issues that local government and the private sector deals with is the cost of infrastructure when we're trying to build a commerce park or industrial park. I think many people in our community know that the city is the owner of the Southern Grove Jobs Corridor. When we started that, it was just the vacant land, and we really were crafting it and how do we move forward. We have a master plan. That master plan identifies, we'll call it a spine road that runs all the way from the Cleveland Clinic, Tradition Medical Center, all the way down to Becker Road. So we've been scrounging, looking for ways to fund that spine road. We were very fortunate in 2018, we received a grant from the Governor's Job Growth Incentive Grant for $3 million. That grant built the first section of what is known as Mackey Boulevard, which is also the first section of that spine road. Mackey Boulevard opened up about 120 acres of development, and our first major development in the Southern Grove Jobs Corridor, TAMCO, also known as City Electric, came in with a 411,000 square foot building Since then, we have agreements with and have sold property to Excel Internationally, coated wire manufacturer, and to Oculus. Both of those businesses should be starting construction within the next 6 months. Oculus will be building around at least 50,000. We're hearing maybe as much as 100,000 square feet of space to manufacture, warehouse, and distribute ophthalmology devices that are used for optical surgery. And Excel International manufactures a high-end coated wire that's used in the aerospace and space industry. So great success with that first investment. So the city has entered into an agreement with Sandstone Incorporated. They're building Legacy Park. It's a 365-acre commerce park. Again, we're faced with the same opportunity. How do you provide the infrastructure to access the parcels that will be in Legacy Park? We applied for a grant 3 times previously through the Governor's Job Growth Incentive Fund, applied for federal funds. We applied again this year. Elijah Wooten is online. Elijah wrote the application, and it was like a bolt of lightning. We got the grant for $3.5 million on a $7 million project to build about 4,600 linear feet of Anthony Sandstone Boulevard, which is the southern section of this spine road that'll ultimately go from Becker all the way up to the hospital. And this opens up all of the land in the Legacy Park Commerce Center. $7 million project, $3.5 million grant. We're very appreciative to receive the grant. It really helps us with the bulk of the infrastructure in Legacy Park. There's still a lot of roadways that accessing different buildings. Project Senior, 220,000 square foot warehouse distribution. Project Bullet, 400,000 square feet of warehouse distribution in the food service area. And of course, FedEx will be opening this year. So a lot, and then I don't want to forget that Sandstone for Legacy Park is building 900,000 square feet of spec space in 2 buildings. So the roads are critical. Our road also includes water and sewer, sidewalks, connections to the rest of the system. So ultimately, the jobs corridor will have around 16,000 jobs. This is the Legacy Park aspect of the jobs corridor is certainly the biggest. That really, having the infrastructure, getting the grant, really helps jumpstart the Legacy Park.
That's fantastic news. Russ, congratulations to you, and Elijah, congratulations to you as the author of the grant. I know how important that road is, so I'm very excited to see that. Any questions for Russ? Not here, and not without any. Howard, has Howard had a chance to join us?
You would have shortly.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and move ahead and pick him up at the end. For those for anybody that is attending for the first time, we're going to do our mid-year recap today. I hope you enjoy that. If you have any questions or you're interested in learning more about the EDC, please visit youredc.com or email contact@youredc.com, and somebody will get in touch with you. It's a great organization. It is my pleasure now to turn this over to EDC President Pete Tesh. Morning, Pete.
Thank you, Rob, and good morning. Welcome, everyone. I would also like to offer my congratulations to Russ Blackburn and Elijah Wooten for doing a splendid job on the grant for the Florida Job Growth Grant Fund and working with the governor's office and DEO. EDC was happy to play a supporting role in that endeavor. And I was honored to join Elijah in the interview with the Department of Economic Opportunity. And after they heard the compelling reasons why they should fund this, it was certainly a no-brainer that this was going to be a great investment. So Russ, Elijah, the staff of the city, as well as the city council, excellent work, excellent work. So as we're waiting for Howard Tipton to join us, it's my pleasure to talk a little bit about our new investors. Our new and existing investors provide so much involvement and investment in the EDC. So we're very appreciative of your investment as well as your participation. So at this time, I'd like to recognize our new investors: A1 Roof Trusses, Abraham and Associates, AHS Residential, Education Foundation of St. Lucie County, Equitable Advisors, Private Client Group, Greenpoint Developers, the SCORE of the Treasure Coast, Seafried Industrial Properties, Stonemont Financial Group, the law offices of Travis R. Walker, the Silverman Group, the Treasure Coast Black Chamber of Commerce, and Walmart Distribution Center. Also at this time, I'd like to recognize two great partner companies that have significantly upgraded their investment in the EDC. That includes Indian River State College, as well as Remnant Construction. Thank you again for choosing to invest in the EDC. We look forward to your active engagement in economic development and helping grow our economy. So at this time, it is my special pleasure to introduce the incomparable Jill Marassa to share our mid-year update with you all. We're sorry that we have to do this virtually, but Jill has put a lot of time and preparation into this presentation, and she has a lot of great things to share with you. Jill, good morning.
Good morning, Pete. Thank you all for joining us today. We love to give our economic development updates and appreciate you joining us virtually. We think that this will be exciting and informative, and if you have any questions after the presentation, Pete is happy to answer any questions that you may have. So we'll get right to it. We're going to start with some business retention, expansion, project updates for existing businesses. So right now, we'll start off with our project activity update. This is an infographic slide from our projects from 2017 through June 30th of 2021. We have 49 projects affecting 3,200 retained jobs, 10.2 million square feet of either existing space or new space coming on the grid, over $1 billion of capital investment slated through these projects. The total new jobs that were created and counted for through 2020 is over 1,700, and the projects projected in all of these 49 total will be close to 8,000 new jobs here in St. Lucie County. This is a year-by-year chart where you can see the number of projects per year, the retained jobs in the second notation of people. How many square feet are affected, whether they're existing square feet that we did infill projects and or new square feet coming on the grid. And the bottom section is the new jobs to be created for the projects. You can see the year-over-year activity, and you can see through 2019 to 2020 a big uptick in new square footage and projected jobs. And that is because we need new inventory here in St. Lucie County for job creation. 22 expansion projects, 19 business attraction projects. You can see we have a big focus on manufacturing. It's a core industry here, not only in St. Lucie County, but as the Treasure Coast region. And we've seen some uptick in our distribution. You can see 5 projects there and 2 new development projects through 2020. So our existing project updates, just a couple of highlights on those businesses that are here. The first one is Pursuit Boats. We nominated them for the NAIOP Economic Impact Deal of the Year. The reason why that's a big highlight is NAIOP is a South Florida entity or organization, and in the history so far of South Florida, St. Lucie County company has not won an award. We were proud to nominate Pursuit. They did win out the award. The project was for their expansion of three-phase, 530,000 square feet. Phase one was completed in 2020 of 181,000 square feet. The company acquired 72 acres. They've created hundreds of jobs to date on this project. And there was an environmental benefit to St. Lucie County with a total of 42 acres that was donated for a scrub jay habitat. And for those that are familiar with that Florida bird, it is a protected species, and it is prevalent up in the North County area. Just another note on Pursuit. Leon Slickers, who founded Pursuit back in the late 70s, recently, last week actually, announced his retirement. And for those that go back that far, he started Pursuit here in, I believe, 1989 with 75,000 square feet of space when nobody really was here in North County. And you fast forward to today, the company has over 400,000 square feet. They have over 550 jobs. They are now undergoing another 100,000 square foot expansion, and they really set the stage for the marine industry here. You look at the other companies we have: Maverick, Americat, Twin V, Blue Water, Billfish. So Pursuit's a staple in this community, and we're happy that they continue to grow and expand here. Indian River Select, some of you may know them as that brand as well, and especially they've been in this community for over 20 years. They are the longest tenured tenant at the farmers market off of US 1. In Fort Pierce, we nominated them for Manufacturer of the Year. They won as a runner-up in the 31 to 75 employee category, which is a big achievement. This covers all of South Florida from Indian River County all the way through Miami-Dade County. And just compliments to Katie Sterling, who is their operations manager. She won Supervisory Employee of the Year, and if you know Katie, she's great. So we're happy for her that she won that award. So Russ had mentioned Excel just on the horizon. Excel is a project we closed in 2018 moving forward. They were supposed to jumpstart construction last year. Due to COVID, that project was delayed. We anticipated them jump-starting in August, had a groundbreaking ready to go, and building supply material shortages delayed it again. So right now they are slated to break ground next month in October. They're very excited to get their production running here in St. Lucie County and Port St. Lucie. 150,000 square feet, 125 new jobs. The jobs will be anywhere from 47,000 plus average wage. California Closets, they've been here over 20 years. Their warehouse distribution operations have been here. They do the design up in Vero and in Palm Beach. This is a really cool story. They came to us after needing some assistance from going from 2,000 square feet over to 10,000 square feet in the First Source Commerce Park. We not only helped them with their permitting and planning, but what was really cool is that they wanted to find new initiatives to grow their talent pipeline. And for the first time in the last 4 years that we ran the Ready to Work Boot Camp, they participated in that program this year, and they hired 4 students straight out of high school who are now working for them in their warehouse and distribution. So it's pretty exciting, and the young men and women are very excited for their jobs. Plus One Air, that is another company back in 2018-19. They bought the 2 newest hangars that were built at the airport in 2006. That was the last time private investment in hangar construction was made at the airport. They acquired those 2 hangars with a long-term sublease through APP in St. Lucie County. In addition, acquired property adjacent to that to build 2 additional 12,000 square foot hangars. They were slated to jumpstart operations last year. COVID and building supply shortages delayed that, and they are now turning dirt. and this will be the first new private investment at the Treasure Coast International Airport and hangar construction since 2006. So now our new project activity, these are projects that are jump-started through January of June of this year, 8 active projects, 3 expansions, 5 new projects, over $184 million in capital investment, 1.86 million square feet. There's over 1,300 projected new jobs and 90 retained. Part of these projects, as you see on the low retained numbers, is because they're new development, new space, so that we can create jobs. Very limited in facility inventory. So Amazon, as if that was a secret when the design came out, although we had to keep it confidential. This is a first mile fulfillment center. And what that means is this is bulk product over 40 pounds. This will serve, it's almost, they go from the distribution center into the fulfillment center. You go online, you order your patio set or your couch, and then the CDL truck will then deliver it to a delivery service station or some other transportation to get it to your front door with the smiley face. So this is 1,000,001 square feet. If you have not been by the site at Midway and 95, you really should take a drive. It's quite fascinating to look at how quick this project's moving. The proposed new jobs is 500. We anticipate that that is on the low end. We think there will be more closer to 750 plus. Capital investment of over $100 million for this facility. Thanks to the city, they work so diligently, 91 days to site plan approval from submission to approval. Site clearing's underway, and it is slated to be open in August of 2022, and we're well on our way for that. Chandler Bass, another company we've talked about a little bit. They were supposed to be open a couple months ago, still working through retrofit of the facility. They are testing their equipment right now. Shout out, I don't know if Rick on the line, to him and Ryan. Chandler was a premier sponsor for the Olympic baseball that was here, the tournament that was here. They actually provide their wood bats to Major League Baseball and also to the international baseball market. So they are moving their headquarters from Pennsylvania. They are leasing 17,000 square feet in the city of Port St. Lucie, and they are almost at the end of renovation. So we anticipate they'll be operating by the end of the year. Cheney Brothers, I know Russ touched on Cheney Brothers. We've been working on that project as well. I think since 2018, just getting through COVID, they are finally moving forward. They're in design stage right now. It's over 50 acres just north of where FedEx is on 95 at Becker Road, about 430,000 square feet, over 350 jobs, and $55 million capital investment. I think we'll see that facility complete by first quarter 2023. Contender Boats, working on that company, expanding operations here. They've been in Homestead forever. And they identified a site and acquired a former packing house, Indian River Packers, off of Midway Road, 100,000 square feet. They're in the process of retrofitting that site to convert it into a boat building manufacturing facility. They are well on their way. Again, just building material shortages and getting through that. We anticipate they'll be open by the end of the year, and another good brand to our marine industry here. D&D Welding, structural steel fabrication company, has been in St. Lucie County for over 10 years. They're located up in Fort Pierce near the airport. They have over 30,000 square feet. They're expanding on adjacent land across the street with an additional 30,000 square feet, and we anticipate that that will be complete in 2022. They've already started laying foundation, and they are well underway for construction. FedEx Ground, if you've been driving on South 95, you see this large building. It is FedEx Ground's regional sortation, 245,000 square feet on 22 acres. A lot of people say, wow, 245,000 square feet, and then you look up the road at Tamco, and that's over 400,000 square feet. But this building's so long and narrow that it looks tremendous. That a capital investment of over $44 million, close to 500 jobs. Again, props to the city, 108 days for site plan approval. They're seeking to get open next month. I think we will see them open by year end. For those that are looking for employment, they will be having a hiring event on September 27th. We are finalizing the materials for the company right now, and we'll be blasting that out. So please let folks know they are these particular package handler positions are part-time, so they're great for retirees or students or second shifts if folks need, and also if they want to pursue a career at FedEx to get their foot in the door. Freshco, again, Indian River Select, we talked about them as a South Florida Manufacturer of the Year runner-up. They are also expanding. They took on a new lease of a manufacturing facility there, 16,000 square feet. They're in the process of retrofitting and building a small mezzanine. Again, building supply slowed some of these smaller projects, but we anticipate that they will be ready to go in 2022. John Steele, Israeli manufacturer, we talked about them trying to make their first foreign direct investment here in the U.S. They actually are jump-starting operations for assembly down in Miami because we could not find them a temporary space here. Their project, though, is moving forward. They're in the parcel plat process for site planning. They are taking down 7 acres up by Midway Road and 95 on the other side of Amazon. We anticipate construction to start in 2022 for 2023 delivery, 45,000 square feet and 7 acres on Midway and Glades. Maverick Boat Group, again, they've been here 35 years. We did their first project back in 2018. Props to St Lucie County, who got their site plan approved in less than 8 weeks. They built 106,000 square feet on 32 acres. This is phase 2 of their project. They're building 106,000 build off of what they built. So if you're driving on St. Lucie Boulevard, you can see that construction underway. 150 new jobs. We anticipate that they'll be open with that expansion either fourth quarter or first quarter of 2022. So our Work Local St. Lucie, we've talked about this initiative at the last meeting that we had actually in person. This is a business awareness campaign that we built out of the EDC to try to promote our existing businesses and new businesses coming into the community. There is over 62% of the workforce in St. Lucie County, that's 74,000 people, every day leave this county to go to work. About 40,000 people go south. We've got about 5,000 that go to Orlando, 5,000 to Melbourne. We have folks that go to west side of the state. And so our goal is to promote our businesses here and make sure that folks know that we have high wage, high value jobs in the community and they don't have to travel for work. We've been doing a ton of social media. We have Made in St. Lucie County Mondays for manufacturers who make their product here. We have Work Local Wednesday, promoting job fairs and career opportunities through the companies. We have a branded Work Local on Fridays. We have 2 billboards, thanks to Team IP in front of Treasure Coast Lexus. We're running digital ads showing in-demand positions, as well as the St. Lucie County billboard, digital billboard on US 1. So we continue to build on this program. We just did a new partnership with Sage Driving School. CDL drivers, if anyone was watching the Super Bowl, you saw that Cheney Brothers actually had a CDL driver ad in the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy. But CDL drivers are in demand, and so we have a partnership promotion going on with them, with folks that come in to get trained, that they know that there's local companies here so they don't have to go off-road and take those positions, and they can be home with their families and go to baseball and softball games at night and cupcake day, and we want folks to stay local. So we'll continue. If you're a business owner and you want to learn more, if you're not on our website, check out the website at youredc.com/worklocal. You can see the companies that are on there, and we keep gaining more companies every day as they take an interest in the program. And industrial development. This has been going quite well for St. Lucie County. Without new development, we are not going to be able to create new jobs for residents. This is a map just showing what is in the queue being approved at this time. So you can see the Legacy Park on the south end of the county, 5.4 million square feet, 4 land takedowns of over 450 acres with the city. They currently have FedEx. Cheney will be located there, as Russ mentioned, Project Senior, and they're also building 2 spec buildings, 168,000 square feet and 520,000 square feet. So folks that are looking to come into the region, come into St. Lucie County and jumpstart their business operations, or those that are looking to expand, we will have new Class A product in the market. Tamboni Tradition has a 25-acre site for smaller projects that may want a headquarters or a light industrial property that is also at the Tradition Commerce Park. In the mid part of the county, we have Seafried Properties. They have 65-acre takedown off of Kings and Orange. They're going to be building 650,000 square feet. And across the way from there is Stonemont Financial. They'll jumpstart their site planning, and they will have over 1.2, 1.3 million square feet, about 1.1 million in one building and 200 in another. And then we have Interstate Crossroads, which is well underway. You can see that off of Okeechobee, Crossroads Commerce Park, 550,000 square foot spec building. So there's over 8 million square feet in the development pipeline as of June 30th, over 775 acres, as you can see there. We do have a couple of new development projects coming on the horizon, and we will update that on our next report to you. So we will continue to have space to do economic development. And just if you notice on this slide, CoStar actually quoted, this is a quote from CoStar, which for those in the real estate industry know that they lead the tracking of real estate. And what they noted was in the Port St. Lucie brief is an average of more than $80 million has been invested annually over the past 3 years, compared to a 10-year average of about $50 million. So St. Lucie County, people like St. Lucie County, they want to be here, and we'll continue to create jobs, bring projects in, and work with developers to build quality product here. So thank you all, and have a great day.
Thank you, Jill. It was a very informative project. I'll see if there's any questions for Jill at this time. Really some fantastic activity going on here in St. Lucie County and the Treasure Coast. I believe that Howard Tipton has joined us. And Howard, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. Would you be ready to give us an update, sir?
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me just share with you a little bit about the pandemic, just because I know it impacts everything we do, and it canceled one of our presentations this morning because we had people out as a result of it. In pure numbers, we are up to 67% of the available population being vaccinated, which is great news. That number continues to grow. We are seeing activities somewhere around 350 to 400 people getting vaccinated each day. So I did want to share that. Our rolling 7-day average in terms of kind of the positivity in the community is just around 17%. And so that's very high, but it's actually down from over 30%. And so we are absolutely trending in the right direction. The level of transmission is still high, but we are trending in a much better direction. Just out of for an information perspective, what we saw early on in the pandemic was the elderly being more afflicted by this particular virus. And I will tell you the top age group right now being impacted is 30 to 39. The second age group most impacted is less than 12. The third most impacted group is 12 to 19. The fourth impacted group is 20 to 29. So you can get a sense that this has just kind of flipped in terms of the way that this virus is impacting people. And so just want to share that. We continue to urge people to be cautious, but again, I think we've learned how to live with this if we're safe and if we follow the things that we know to do. So I did want to share that. I just would add to Jill's updates that we're continuing to see record levels of interest and activity. We just received last week a public-private partnership proposal for development on North Hutchinson Island. We are encouraged by the strength of both the proposal and the participants in it. And so we'll look forward to working through that. We continue to see progress at the port. Director continues with their construction, but getting ready to pull their first yacht out of the water and kind of get that going. So that part's exciting. At the airport, we continue to see increased levels of activity. And the last thing I'll share is just from a tourism perspective. I think May, June, and July were record months for those months in any year. Not comparing it to 2020, but comparing it to 2019, 18, when we had really strong years. May, June, and July were the three strongest months of any of those months of any time. So really, I think it shows that St. Lucie County and our cities are popular destinations. I think we're certainly a drive-to destination, and I think that helps as part of our tourism push. And so that element of our business sector is recovering, and so I just wanted to share that. With that's my update. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Howard. We really appreciate the update. And again, we appreciate the strong working relationship, excuse me, and the partnership that we have with St. Lucie County and all the good stuff that Jill just mentioned in terms of economic and industrial development. We do appreciate that partnership. As both Rob Lord and Howard Tipton have described regarding the COVID and the Delta variant situation, out of abundance of caution, we've decided to keep our investor lunches virtual just for the time being. Rob and Howard have offered a little glimmer of hope that this is starting to trend down in terms of cases and that we can get back together again in a regular fashion, whatever the new normal will be. So we'll keep you posted on our upcoming lunches and whether they'll be virtual or in person. At this time, I'd like to just give you a quick update on some events that we are planning. The events task force is moving forward with plans for our premier golf tournament, Leaders on the Links, scheduled for November 18th and 19th. It will be presented by our title sponsor, Southern Eagle Distributing, and again held at PGA Golf Club in Port St. Lucie. We're also hoping to launch the EDC Leadership Dinner and the Pete Hegner Award. That is scheduled for February 10th. And again, we're in a wait and see mode to see how that will transpire, but we do hope to get together again for celebration of the Pete Hegner Leadership Award and have dinner. By the way, the Hegner Award nomination applications are available for your submission through October 15th. They can be downloaded from the EDC events calendar listing for February 10th, 2022. Since we didn't have an award ceremony in 2020, nominations submitted last year will roll over for consideration this award year. If you nominated someone in 2020 and want to update their application, please contact the EDC's Maureen Salser. Engaged volunteers are the key to success of our events, and EDC has had great teams of volunteers in the past, and we thank all of them for their time and dedication. If you'd like to be part of the EDC Events Task Force, please contact Candy Marlowe. So in way of closing, thank you all for your kind attention during this information-packed meeting. It's really hard to believe, but there was even a lot more we wanted to share with you today, but we just didn't have the time for it. Luckily, it's all included in our mid-year report, as well as the studies and reports that are in the section of our website. So if you go to youredc.com and reports and studies, it's all there for you. So with that, Mr. Chairman, we're well before our timeline, and if you're still with us, I'll pass it off to you for any concluding remarks and adjournment.
Thank you, Pete. Just want to tell everybody how proud I am to be a part of this organization and to work with you to make it a better place to live. Please be careful out there while you're out there, and we'll bring this meeting to a conclusion. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you.